no light beam. Just this haze. This green haze in the air. No idea what direction to take. Make an explore. Still +1 with Marlowe's help. Explore test. Oh yeah. And suddenly you see on the map there's kind of like a tree with a smile on it. And you find yourself...
The map is dark for me. I don't have vision.
Oh? Which... No, but the map... you see the scene now. You see the Bindbale Woods scene, yeah? No?
I don't have visibility on this.
What? Oh, no way. There you go, guys. You see the picture now? Yeah. Kind of stylized AG version of an evergreen wood. Sorry about that. And you see on Gerda's map, one of those kind of trees she drew there has a smile on it, and you actually find yourself in front of a big tree which has this sort of grin on it, as if it was amused by you two. You get a sense that maybe you must be at this very spot on the map, and that gives you a sense of direction. And an hour later, after making a guess and heading what you believe to be northeast, make a scan for us. A scan roll +1 with Marlowe's help, and thanks to the map. Time passes. You've no idea how long you've been in this forest already, or how long. But you know that you have a bad feeling about this. Things are getting darker. If it's mid-afternoon, late afternoon already, or the sun is just has passed west, maybe it's behind a hill, or maybe there is a cloud in the sky. Everything is becoming darker and darker. Not telling you what time of the day it is yet, because you have no way to know that. But if it's a cloud or the sun setting, you don't know. Or another scan. As you continue to frantically look for those mushrooms. With a +1, huh?
Yes, +1.
Second scan, another fail.
Could I attempt to use a hope point?
On your next one? Yeah?
On here.
On the... Yeah. So, what... do you have a distinctive feature that would make it favored? Keen-eyed. Yeah. So that's a +3. +1 for the map and Marlowe's help. +2 thanks to your inspired. So you see in the pop-out window, you click on hope and inspired, and you as well add yourself 1 die. So that will be a +3. and the system will automatically take down a point of hope from you if you do everything right. Yeah, you spent a point of hope already last session, didn't you?
Yeah.
You're at 16 now. So if you do everything right now, you should see that your hope goes down to 15. It does.
Yeah.
Now you can roll. You can hit roll.
Am I rolling for another scan or explore?
Yeah. Another scan. That must be the spot. You must be. That must be it. So now you're more scanning than exploring. Okay, another success. Now you can barely make out, shapes around. So everything is only like dark, flat, rectangular columns running up and circling you all. For the ponies are silent and sweating. Everybody is becoming, more tired and on edge. And that's when you see it. You see red dots populating this sort of like hollow in the middle of a clearing. And it's full of them. Full of them, those poisonous mushrooms. That's what you were looking for. You found them.
Bunny will take the reins of the pony. He'll put them into Mallow's hand, and he's just gonna pause for a second, looking at this small field of red mushrooms with white dots, I believe.
Yeah.
Then he's just going to go running happily, his feet sort of digging into the soil as he runs into this place. He slides down and he takes a good look at these and says, Mallow, are you seeing this?
Marlowe is focused on the darkness, setting down, settling. What do you call it? Settling? Well, like everything is becoming weirder and weirder. Proportions are weirdly, changing, and he's looking around. What is it? What is it? He bumps back into you. What? You found it. This is it. We found it. And his laughter just suddenly, this laughter, nothing was echoing through the whole trip, but this laughter goes like shagaga, and there is a wind, the first kind of breeze you feel today while inside those woods. There is kind of like as if the forest was answering, his laughter. It goes through the glade and past it. What was that? Let's get to it. Let's get down with this.
Mallow, wait. Hold very still. Don't move. Stay calm. There is something on your back. The biggest spider I've ever seen. Don't react.
Take it off.
Relax. Don't move. So, Bunny slowly approaches, goes around his back, and then just slaps him on the back and says, you fell for it.
He shouts like a baby, like just terrorized. You damn it! I hate you! And his voice goes like, you. When there is another breeze coming through, and sailing through the glade, goes in the back of your neck, you feel the cold. Something is there, and the creaking trunks, everything starts to go like in, you don't know if it's your hobbit instinct or if there is something eerie about it. But it's time to complete the mission. Yourself you're a bit startled yourself by this sort of like responsiveness of the environment. Like, you've made a good joke. You try to to possibly maybe I don't know, bolster your own kind of get yourself into iron mode. But was it a coincidence? Is the weather changing? Is it my hobbit instinct? Was Bilbo wrong? The two of you collect the mushrooms as fast as you can, and suddenly it's almost pitch dark, and Marlowe goes, Did you bring a light? Tell me you brought a light? I forgot the lights. And he goes into the saddle, the bags. Looks into the saddles. He throws away, he throws the cookies, dozens of cookies. But the lights, the torches. I forgot the torches. He throws the cookies away. He keeps going. He's becoming a bit mad.
The torches. Bunny sort of pats his waist along his back, and he says, "Oh no, the torches! The torches! Where are they?" And Bunny starts panicking too, trying to go for the pony and trying to put his hand in the saddlebag to see what. Instead, he finds a cookie and he quickly eats it as he says, "The torches! Where's the torches?"
We forgot the torches, and the ponies are kind of like, "What's going on?" Don't really share this moment with you. Like, they're kind of like ponies. They don't seem to be like traversed by this wind of darkness or whatever. But the two of you are like crouching and frantically eating cookies. You've collected your mushrooms, but now it's almost pitch dark. Roll a d6.
One.
I see that. Roll an awareness. -1. Ooh, was a good roll. You actually forgot the torches. You're full of cookies. Your belly feels, just loaded. Like a wet sponge, but hard at the same time. Those cookies don't taste good anymore. It's as dark as it can get. And you hear a growl. Something groans in the darkness.
Mallow, let's keep going.
Stop it now, he says. Stop it now. I'm done with your jokes. Didn't know you have such a dark humor.
Mallow, calm down. Let's keep going. Don't stop now. This way.
Which way? You're crazy? I can't see anything. I mean, a yard away, it's just pitch dark. As time goes by, your eyes sort of like get used to this level of illumination, yeah, and you see those blue shapes and black shapes flat against each other. You could make a run or whatever, still advance through that. If you were to rush it and run through this environment with this amount of, there's a chance you could run just straight into a tree. You hear it again. This crawl like. And Marlowe goes like, "No, stop it, huh?" He goes into this nervous laughter. I know you. I didn't know you were a good actor like that. Allez, just stop it. Where are you? Bernie? That's not funny anymore. And you hear it again. And Marlowe takes off. He leaves the pony. He drops the cookies. He's off. He's gone in a random direction. He starts to run. He shouts, just like a baby.
Bernie will start shouting in exactly the same way, but in between the shouts, he's going to say the name Marlowe, Marlowe, and just try to go with him, holding on to the reins of the pony.
Okay.
To the dark.
Very good. Roll a hunting to keep track of Marlowe. And in the meantime, trying to not run headfirst into a tree trunk, which you do. Take a point of endurance, just for the sake of it. Bang! You run straight into. You trip on a root. And fall forehead straight into a tree trunk. Well, that hurts. Marlowe is getting further and further. You hear him tramping through all that and running as fast as he can, crying. So you have the two ponies, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I guess that's... do you keep running after him? That would be another hunting roll.
Yeah, I'll try to keep following from now. I'm gonna rub my face where the tree just struck me out of nowhere. And sort of push the tree, trying to move around it, holding on to the reins, one rein on each hand, and then just try to go for Marlowe, looking for a sound.
Okay. That's a failure. You can still hear him, but he must be more than 100 meters away. More than 120 yards away. And your ponies are getting difficult to handle. They're getting stressed out by all this crying and shouting and just maneuvering through darkness. They don't like it at all. But this growling, this monster, this groan now is after you. Something is nearing in on you. If you want to try and outrun that beast, you're gonna have to roll in athletics.
Okay, now that Bunny is actually afraid, he will let go of the reins of the ponies, and in a sphere he will just try to go full speed running.
Okay. You trip on yet another route, and you fall head first into it's moss. It's not as doesn't hurt as much, but the whole of you is soaked in silt and mud and cold water. And as soon as I guess you the beast is closing in on you.
Okay, I'm going to push myself up to my feet, brush off a few leaves and twigs, and I'm going to quickly look around, even though I can't see anything much in the darkness, and then I'm going to back away slowly from where I was running, and with one hand try to draw my blade, the short sword, and then I'm going to hold it up in front of me, my body shaking as I look around left and right as I say, "Who's there? Can you understand me? Who are you?"
Okay, cool. Roll an awareness. Remember, you can use hope and recover at least one or two of them. Yeah, you have 2 fellowship points. So that was a fail. You see a figure about 10 meters away from you. Something is crawling in your direction. Something black and hairy. And you hear this. Make an awareness test. Yeah. Make a valor. It's time to do a little valor test to see if something gets under your skin. Something serious. Ooh, Gandalf is with us tonight. Now roll an awareness again. You stand there. There's this. Yeah?
Can I use a point of hope?
Yes. With the keen eyes, that's an inspired.
Okay, the keen, that's a reward that I have. Is that what I'm using?
That's not your. I made. I thought that's keen-eyed, not keen sword. Distinctive features: faithful, inquisitive, and rhymes of lore. Yeah, that doesn't apply. Inquisitive, not really. Would inquisitive apply here, guys? I don't know. Inquisitive is more, curiosity in general, or suspicious sort of attitude. No, possibly. Yeah. Give yourself an inspired on this one. Give yourself an inspired. Yeah, you have this sense that, inquisitive would be like questioning. Yeah, questioning everything. Is this real?
How do I?
When you have the book out,
add inspired?
You click on hope, and you click on inspired. You click on awareness. You click on hope, and then inspired. You see?
Hope. Yeah, hope point bonus die. Yeah.
And then the inspired shows up. You click on it.
Yeah.
And that should do the trick. Woo! Ooh, an extraordinary success. Alors, I'll give it all to you now. That is no doubt. There is no bloody way around it. Someone is there. Someone, not something. He's dressed up as a wolf. And this someone is Joey. It's Joy. It must be him. It's just now, it's plain. It's just, it must be playing a trick on you. There's no way that this thing is not Joy, Mr. Took.
Joey is... Joey Took? Is that... No, it can't be. Bunny's still holding his sword, but he lowers it slowly as he sees his friend's face. Is that really you? What are you doing here?
Yeah. How did you recognize me? What a... Oh, bummer. I thought I was on it. I thought I was... Hey, bloody... Paddlefoot. No way I can have a bit of fun here. And he reveals himself. He actually is covered with a wolf pelt. Black wolf pelt. And it's him. He approaches you. Disappointed. So with a kind of like, you know, you don't see his face, you know, it's like, oh, okay. And he lights a torch. He lights a torch and he's like, come on, how did you do that? I'm in. And you see he's holding a paper bag in his hand.
What was that about? Mr. Took, what are you doing?
He's having a bit of fun. No, that wasn't fun.
You call that fun? You call that fun, do you? I dropped all my cookies, my ponies ran off, my cousin is missing in the dark, and I don't know where I am. Are we still in the Shire?
Of course we're in the Shire. If you can call that the Shire. I'm not sure the borders are not, you know. This is Bindbale Woods. This is the oldest forest in the Shire. This is just like, this is it. This is the real thing. That's why I thought you'd find that funny. Oh, we're still friends?
I find it this funny, Bunny says, and he goes and attempts to tackle Joey, trying to get into a scuffle with them right in the middle of this forest.
Okay.
And do you find this funny? Do you find this funny now?
The two of you, are having this wrestling contest on the mosses of this forest. The torch barely keeps going, fallen on the ground, and at some point, the two of you are exhausted and having a good laugh, reconnecting, I guess. And he goes like, yeah, man, Bernie. Let's say that he calls you Bernard, just because, you know, to make you like, he always thought that you were bigger than you think you are. You know, so he calls you by your manly kind of name, you know, not your little nickname. Bernard. He goes, I was just so bored. I was waiting for you for ages. I mean, I looked for you everywhere. And I arrived at your place, and they tell me you're gone? To Bindbale Woods without me? You're kidding? I was mad. I thought I was going. I just thought about this little trick just to get a bit of fun myself too. Anyway, how's your auntie? What are you wearing? And he lifts his torch again. Mr. Sheriff? Oh, I'm sorry. Reporting.
Okay, relax. This is just. I'm just trying it out. It doesn't fit me perfectly.
Not really.
My aunt Marta, she's not doing well. That's why I got these. I'm gonna open up the flap on my backpack, on my bag, and show him the mushrooms. Aunt Marta really needs these, so she can get a fever, and she's poisoned. She's not doing so well. That's why I came here with my cousin Marlo. And Bunny sort of looks around. Marlo, are you here?
Let's go a little bit third person and wrap up the scene softly, but just before the end of the scene, we'll go into something crucial. You guys will look for Marlo all night. He'll be so terrified that he will have buried himself inside a cave under a hollow somewhere. He won't be happy at all because he was alone for too long and completely having a paranoid trip. But you'll make it out of the forest, the three of you. And on the way back, Marlo will tell you. Marlo and Joy. No, Marlo hates Joy, for sure. Maybe until the end of days, like he's off his book, like completely. He won't take part in anything anymore. Doing with Joy too. Joy tells you that I've something happened. Cousin, listen. This is the catch. This is the occasion of a lifetime. I mean something crazy. Are you ready? What's with you? Hey, you listening? You're on your way back. It's morning already. You're super tired. And you kind of hear him echo, like he's kind of talking to you, but as if he's not tired. He seems like pumped by something like beyond, quoi. You listening? I mean, that's big. I'm going to tell you. Marlo is on the pony ahead of you. You two, I don't know. Possibly he's like, I don't know. You're on the pony and he's not, or the two of you are on the second pony. Yeah, let's say that. He's behind you on the same pony. He has his hands on your shoulder. He grasps you like, this is the occasion of a lifetime. Have you ever dreamed of an adventure, a real one? Buddy, let me tell you, we can do it. We can go on an adventure for real.
Where will we go? I mean, in the Shire, it's so beautiful. There's green fields, there's rushing water, There's frogs, the ivy bush. I've been looking for you for days. What adventure? What came over
Forget
you?
about that. This is all normal. This is just regular. This is just the routine. This is your life and it's gonna be like that forever. Don't worry about it. Shire is not going anywhere. But I'm talking magic. Talking real magic. I'm talking wizard. I'm talking towers in the wild. Talking adventure proper. I've met this fella. His name is Hamfast. I've met him in Bree. I went to Bree like on a little excursion like that. I met this fella, he's awesome. And he told me that he's part of an inner circle of people, a group of adventurers. Adventurers. You've heard of that? Adventurers. They're in a group. And you know who around they are? Gandalf. Gandalf himself. So Hamfast told me we were in the prancing pony, having good time. And tells me that I can come, I can join. We can join. That's why I went all the way back just to catch you and get you on a bloody adventure with Gandalf.
Bernie is listening to this. He's nodding along. So he's riding the pony ahead of his friend who's at the back. And he's like, yeah, okay. He's listening very non-committally. When he mentions Gandalf, he sort of sits up and then he says, Gandalf? The wizard himself, the one who has these fireworks.
Yes. And this hat, this blue, robe, gown, I don't know, this magic coat. Him, the beard, or just like in the stories, just like last year. No, was it last year? A couple years back. He came to the party tree. There were those fireworks, those dragons, all that. I mean, let's look. Okay, forget it. Me, I'm off.
Joey, no, let me stop you right there.
Forget it.
No.
I know what you're made of. I knew, always knew. Just
no. Listen to me. Yes, I will join you. I will come with you to Bree. I want to see what's out there, and I want to see a dragon. I want to meet Gandalf. I want to go to the Twisting Valleys. I want to see the oceans and find out what else is there. I want to see elves, and I have been dreaming about this. You don't need to tell me. I will join you, Joey.
and he's like, he taps on your shoulder. Yes. And it's like he slaps the pony, and the pony goes into a gallop. And in no time, you're back to the house. You give the medicine to Marta. In the morning, it's basically you didn't even need a dice of this mushroom. Like, it's very little bit of it. You make a tea of it. She drank it. She puked in a terrible manner. She puked everything she had. She just went, she reversed herself, just like, she just had the most, painful retching. And in the morning, you arrive there. It's evening. She goes through that the whole night. In the morning, are you gone? Because What happens? Do you say goodbye?
That very early morning, I'm going to get up, take my belongings, my map, the small drum that I was learning to play, along with torches, because I won't forget torches again, and everything is in a pack. I'm going to open the door to Aunt Marta and go and kiss her on her forehead to make sure I say my goodbyes to her. And on the dining table, I'm going to write a note. I'm going on an adventure. I will be back before you know it. Take care, Bunny. So with that note left, I'm going to take the sword as well. And into the kitchen, I'll take one of the cooking knives, just in case. And with a few leftover snacks and piece of bread from the larder, that's all I'm going to take. I'm going to look at the family pictures. I'm going to take one of those as well. Happy family with Grandpa, Marta, Vicky, and Marlo.
Pictures? I mean, drawings.
I'm sorry. Drawing.
Yeah. I was into this as well. I saw like a black and white photographs. I was like, oh, but this is Middle Earth. I wouldn't, yeah. Do you think so? You head off like before first breakfast, sort of. So Vicky,
before first breakfast, yeah.
Yeah. The last thing you hear is the last sound you hear. Oh, I got to go back to. Let's go back to the Shire now. I think the last thing you hear as the roosters are going about. They are chanting morning, routine. The village is it's just about to wake up. You've got this tints, right, coming from the east. The Shire is still in this slumber. You have this blue purple haze of the mornings. Best light, the best quality in the air is in the mornings, right before sunrise. And it's at this moment you leave the house, and the last sounds you'll hear from the house is Marta just puking her illness away. And you know that all will be good. Vicky will wake up soon. Continue to take care of her. Marlo will probably snipe the whole day, sleep the whole day through. No one will see you go. And Marlo and you, on one pony, are heading out towards Bree, eastward. Cutscene. Very well. Right. Don't know how to turn it now because we have 50 minutes. I had planned 2 journeys. A couple of travel rules and stuff. But I don't think it's much consequence at this point. I think I want to skip to when the 2 of you arrive in Bree. I think we'll do that. So it's a couple of days later, yeah. Just to resume, to make it short, from Fornost to Bree is a 6 days journey. All right. Aerandir, Fornost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. You arrive on the evenings, the evening of the 6th day. 6th day, yeah. 6th day. Aerandir. You kept the road. Everything went fine. We won't focus on that. Doesn't matter. You made it to Bree. Looking for Orothel. Possibly more information on this mysterious Black Rider. And as well looking to spread the news with the few select rangers and people you trust. Share the news about the orc settlement in Thunboyd. Bernie, you made it in 3 days. On the back of your pony. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 120 miles on the road, and on the back of a pony, it's 3 days. You'll arrive at evening too, during the evening. And somehow, well, the two of you will arrive more or less at the same time at Bree Town. Where am I? Yeah. Let's go. Never been to Bree myself. So let's have a look. There are 2 gates to Bree, one to the north, that northeast, that goes towards the villages of Combe, Archets, and Staddle. So there are like 3 little hamlets coved around the hill, upon which Bree is built on the southern slope of this hill. And to the north, there's the Chetwood, and in this little forest, there's can't remember which one of the villages is in the forest. Is it Staddle, Archet? The main gates to enter the city are to the south. The village, it's really a decent settlement. I imagine Bree really has the. It's not the heart of. Well, it's a center for culture and civilization. What's left of it in Aerandir. It's been through a lot. Like a big, compared to everything else around, it's a big town. Compared to everything what a hobbit has seen, it's huge. I don't have my demographics open there, but it's around Bree alone. It's kind of like I think it's 2,000 people. And Archets, Combe, and Staddle are like 200, 400, 500 people each. So those are really decent sized settlements. And with the multiple isolated farmsteads and microscopic settlements that you can find dispatched all around Aerandir, with what's left of Tharbad far in the south, the Great East Road going through, passing right in front of Bree, bringing people, merchants, commerce from the east and the west, from Mithlon, from Dale. It's at the center of Aerandir. So there is something of not only a strong core of what is the Northmen, you know. Also, I think it's a different branch. It's an outbranching. It's not exactly now the same kind of strain as the Northmen of Dale, but they're strong people. There's much commerce, much exchange happening there, but still they don't like strangers. Yeah, of course. Who does? You know. And that's possibly why. Well, they've learned their lesson. You know, through the ages. And that's why Bree has prevailed, has remained so far. So there's this big stockade around it, and only one door to the south with 2 wooden towers. And the whole thing is mainly woodwork, wood houses, with the biggest mansions on top of the hill, and some of them of stone. But mainly the core, the bigger part of the village is wood houses. And you don't see it yet, Bernie. But those houses are huge. They're huge. They're high. They have, like, you know, steep roofs, massive windows. But that you can only glimpse. It's evening. You arrive. You see this big hill with this village climbing on it. You hear a buzz. You hear, you know, this bustling energy coming from this hill. It means diversity. It means cultures you've never seen before. It means strangers. It means danger. It means adventure. It means unknown. It means confrontations. It means you know, who am I? How am I to present myself? It means all those questions. And the more you approach the city, you know, when you are 1 day away, or, you know, a couple of hours away, the more you saw, like, carts with people, with family going, coming. You didn't know, like, there are so many things happening. You know, you saw farms on the side of the road. There is a whole world out there. For Aerandir, I guess Bree is where you bath in, you know, in the human, you know, element. It's where you sort of, like, take a break from the wild, from being lonely. Is where you possibly you indulge in a beer or two, if you do. Or is it a town you don't like? Or is it? Or do you? How does Aerandir approach his Bree? And going back to Bree,
I think it's somewhere he probably feels slightly unwelcome.
Yes, there's that as well. Yeah.
You know, so for him, I guess it's slightly unnatural for him. You know, he's not used to, you know, groupings of people on this kind of scale. You know, his people are a lot more scattered. You know, he spends most of his time sleeping under trees. And yeah, so for him, this is... Yeah, he's just not that comfortable here. You know, he'll come through and there'll be some people here that he likes, but it's not something he looks forward to. I guess it's I think it'd be a strange place for Rangers. It's somewhere for them to go and meet, but it's probably not their most favourite place.
Yeah,
you know, but ultimately they still protect it, even though they're not overly liked and they're not overly welcome. You know, I think he appreciates it for what it is and the people that are there. But yeah, I think it's something they would be quite used to is places where they're not that welcome. You know, anywhere with elves, I imagine, you know, they get on okay, but here it's just an unwelcoming small village, really.
People are always wary of odd elements, you know, and figures that come from the north. What would you do in the north? And why do you keep disappearing for months on end? This guy is back again. But what's he at? What's his what's his jam? What's wrong
it's
with
a place
this guy,
you protect. It's a place you protect, and you lay your life, on the line for these people. But when you walk past them, they'll sort of push their kids to be on the other side of them. People looking out the window. I think I think it's just part of being a ranger. I guess you could just kind of have to accept that ignorance from a lot of these people, and
absolutely,
just move on.
Now
he's used to it.
Yeah, he got used to it. You play the role sort of like you. Anyway, the less they know, the better, possibly. You don't want to scare the kids with stories of ghosts and stuff. They better keep it,
I won't walk in shouting orcs.
That's it. Yeah, if you knew they're building a settlement next door, it's just 5 days away. Actually, just to make it clear, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's hard terrain, so that would be 10 days. 10 days walk, 5 days if it was a road. It's more like the distance from Bree to Fornost is the distance northeastward. North Weather Hill. So 10 days away, you know that there are orcs digging tunnels. But still, here you are, back to Bree. And it's this time of day when the last carts are getting in, getting out. You approach the main gate, same as Bernard, riding his pony with Joy at his back. But it's one of those evenings that you've actually never seen that before, Aerandir. And I don't think never seen that before in Bree. And Bernard, you've never seen that ever in your life. What is it? There is a corral of 12 wagons assembled, mustered before the front gates. And it looks like a group of, they could be partly peddlers, partly musicians, acrobats. What's happening there? Is it a circus? A whole company and their wagons. The company of the Wain. You hear that echoing, from possibly, families on their carts exiting the area, going back to their farmsteads. Company of the Wain has made camp at the front of the gates of Bree. And as you approach, you see that there is quite an excited crowd gathered around this corral, around and in the corral, plus another bunch of locals, definitely locals, muttering between themselves. They're kind of standing under the main door, the main gate, like saying things like, nothing good comes from the south. And someone else, from the north either. And from the east, have you ever seen? No, from anywhere. And truly, I'm glad they're not allowed inside our town. You know. And of course, you know, you need to be a bit protective about yourself and your peers and your hometown. So not everybody is happy about that, but here they are, a big company of travelers, and they've mustered there. And you approach and you see children running from wagon to wagon. Some of those wagons have their, they're open to display trade goods. What do you do? You see someone. You see a horse in the middle of the corral, and a rider is doing some kind of horse acrobatics in the middle of it all. You don't see everything in detail yet, but so it happens that the three of you, the four of you with Joy and the pony, are actually walking side by side, nearing this eventful gathering. What do you do? Do you pass by and enter the town? Do you stay and enjoy the show? Do you go and inquire for, what's on sale? What do you do? And you're walking side by side. Like you realize after a moment, Bernie, you realize that this guy, you don't know if he's been following you or is he heading? He's kind of walking like a couple meters back, and you're kind of like disturbed because this guy has been walking for a while behind you, and you don't know if he's, maybe he's, what are his intentions there? He looks absolutely outlandish.
Yeah. Oh, muddy boots, travel dirt, dust all over him. He's quite scruffy. He's got his hood pulled up, which makes it even worse to keep the sun off his brow. Aerandir is kind of just stalking along, really. He's not approaching the stalls. He's probably staying a short distance away, walking around, just kind of giving it all an appraising look. Just sort of, he's naturally curious. He's just trying to see what's going on around here, who's turned up. So I guess he's not paying too much mind to the hobbits in front of him. But he's, casting a glance at the stalls and what's going on next to him.
Is his longsword, I guess his longsword is more or less under his cloak or something? Is the sword visible?
I would say with the cloak, I'd say he's probably got it worn back over his shoulders. I'd say, sorry, I was muted.
No,
I would say the sword. Yeah, I would say the sword is visible, and also he's got a quiver and a bow on his back.
Yeah.
So he's clearly armed.
Yes.
He's probably walking with a hand on the hilt.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Just through, without even realizing he's doing it.
There must be something. I'm thinking, like, between us, the two players and me, and you and me. There must be something happening in Bernie's what's this guy about? I mean, why do you? Okay, you wear a sword. You wear a sword too, yeah. This guy look like he's seen it all. But what kind of vibe? How do you translate that? How does that translate in Bernie? Is there any form? You don't need to be reactive right now. To react straight on and let's create a fellowship. You look like a nice guy. you know. But you two can play around that. We know that we know what we know, but you two can play around that, you know. I'll find ways to have you confront each other. You know, I'll nudge it at some point.
Yeah, Bernie is going to take a look back to see this person following him. He notices his hand on the sword. So he nudges Joey and says, "Hey, I think he's an actual adventurer. Maybe he's slain a dragon. Maybe he's gone through valleys, and that's an actual adventurer. Look." And Bernie sort of points, takes a few looks at that person, and
Yeah. Oh, that's right. But it doesn't really inspire me. I can't see his eyes. His visage is so dark.
so Bernie, he's actually gonna turn to the side and sort of lean down even lower, trying to look up at this person, trying to see under his eyes, and he's doing it very blatantly, like, and even does a wave, like, "Hey," without even saying anything. And yeah, then he turns back to Joey and says, I don't know, I don't see his eyes. Is he what? Is he an elf? Is he a human? What?
I think Aerandir's probably been here before. So he, he's been here before. He actually casts back his hood, and you can see, he's a man of noble birth, as all his kin are, and he's got a friendly face. He's young, although he's fairly unkempt with long hair and a short beard. He's not got a great many years behind him. He's in his mid-20s, you would probably guess. But he looks down at the hobbits in front of him, Bernie in particular, as he's the one who's almost waved at him. And he just sort of gives a curt nod and he says, "Nothing to fear here, little one."
Did you hear that, Joey? He said, "Nothing to fear here." That I knew it. He's an adventurer. Do you think we should? I don't know. There's circus ahead of us. There's so much going on. Bernie will turn around and he's going to imitate what your character is doing, sort of placing his own hand over the hilt of his sword and continue walking with it straight about.
Good. You guys are approaching this corral of travelers. The sun is setting down with those pinkish orangey hues firing up in the west, and the sound of music and flute and drums is going. Kids are running from one wagon to the other, one stall to the other. You see that there is a man with a long blonde hair that now reflects this red light of the sun, is conducting his horse. He's not holding the reins. There are no reins. There's no saddle. But he's equipped with a long lance. And he sort of groans and growls to his horse, like, and the horse takes poses and prances and with the and make poses like that, and he brandish his spear, his lance in a sort of like epic, to take an epic shot, like and then he makes his horse like goes on twos on his hind legs. He just controls the horse just with the rein, without saddle. He controls the horse to perfection, and everybody is applauding. They're still trying to give him some space. He's right in the middle of it all, and he gives really the sense of being one with his mount. You can see as well as you go by, like to the left, let's say, like it's to your right, and on the other side you go on the left of the corral, and on the other side the gates are waiting. But there is a crowd coming and going from the town to this circus, to this company of the Wain. You see another one of those travelers has brought a bear, and this bear has its nose, its snout, linked to a rope attached to a fishing pole, and this man is making the bear dance as well by just shouting. But it seems that he has a stick as well. He holds him from the fishing pole, and he has a long stick, and he beats the bear. Varun, you with us? Varun? Can you hear us?
I'm still here.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure that you can hear us at least. This man is beating the bear really badly, and he with his fishing, and you see that he's kind of like keeping a distance from the bear. They really don't have the same connection that this rider at the center of the corral has with its mount. This guy and his bear are having there's no love there. It's just a hate relationship. This guy is really having a hard time making his bear obey, but still you see that kind of the bear complies because he's been beaten up, and but the people clap just the same. People clap just the same. They don't really make the they don't relate. They don't relate. They just enjoy the show. There is something completely out of the ordinary. These guys, you've never heard of them. They must be coming from far. Aerandir. You see one of the wagons is opened, and there is some shelves there, and a woman there, big flamboyant red hair, with the sunset and her natural red hair. It's just like she has like she's inflamed, and she's there is mostly women gathered around her little stall, and she's displaying loads of remedies, weird bottles and vials, and all sort of charms hanging, and all sort of sort of like healing potions maybe. She must be an apothecary of sort. Yet another man has uncovered. He has a stall, and there are cages with birds and exotic birds in there, and lizards and snakes. and that the kids adore it. Like they go and they try to imitate the sound, the songs of such and such bird. They go, they tease the snake with little sticks. They make fun of the lizards. All of that. I don't think Bernie. Well, I think there are fairs. There are fairs in the Shire. But all those people are tall. Actually, you see a few hobbit kids and a family or two of hobbits. And bon, you know, of course, your parents they're from Bree. You were born in Bree. So now you see a man in a cage. One of those chariots is mounted with a square iron cage. And inside the cage, you see a humanoid figure with a brown skin, shortened legs. Just the best way that I can just describe it is like Neanderthal. Eurasian Neanderthal with a flat nose. And sort of like nearly Chinese eyes, and but some of you don't know, his features are completely alien to you. None of you has ever seen a figure like that. And this guy's in a cage, and someone at the front of the cage is shouting, "Here, come and have a laugh and look at the holes! The white man of the south! Ooh!" And the kids are like, "I don't want to look at it!" You know, like everyone is scared of this monstrosity of a man. Half man, half beast, what is this? And more. If you want to go into it, there is more. There's a tent, people queuing in front of the tent. There's all sorts of charms and little bones and chimes hanging in front of the tent, and a red carpet going into it. People are queuing. There's this sense of incense, strong incense, spicy perfumes coming from this place as well. And as the night settles in, lanterns are lit all around, and the show keeps going. But you see guards are, a couple of guards here and there, and at the main gate as well. And you see that they know everyone, They recognize faces, they know who is coming in, and who is not, Guys are approaching the gates. We've made kind of like half a turn around the whole thing. Did you do anything in particular? Do you want to interact more with that? Your turn, guys.
Yeah, I think Aerandir certainly approached, and he had no intention of buying anything, but he would have had his curiosity raised by the apothecary. He would have just been glancing at things that maybe he wasn't familiar with. Nothing that he'd want to collect for his book, because anything in his book is stuff that he's found himself in the wild. It's cheating if he buys it. So for him, he's just looking, seeing what they've got, and if it's anything he's not seen before. He doesn't really interact with the people, which I just don't think he would. He's not. Things like the man striking the bear, it's not his sort of thing. He doesn't agree with it. He thinks that thing should just be out in the wild somewhere, and it's not like a horse. So you can see he kind of frowns at that, but he doesn't get involved. I think he's probably quite pragmatic in that sense, that he's like, if he gets involved, what's he going to do with a bear? Same with the Southron man. What does he do with him? You know,
So he still has this instinct of right and wrong. Yes, when he sees things, there's this filter of that's
he's
wrong.
true-hearted. It's one of his traits.
Yeah.
So for him, he's, you know, he doesn't agree with it, but there's also that very, like I said, that pragmatic side that he knows he can't really do anything about it. You know, what's he going to do? You know, he's going to chastise the man, and he can't release the bear. You know, there's certain things you can't change. You do have to pick your battles in the world, and unfortunately, there's, you know, this thing will move on at some point. It's not the important battles that he's having to face now and in the future. So he kind of takes some of it in, but ultimately just passes it by for Bree and heads towards the gate.
Bernie's having a good look around. He's a bit in awe, very much in surprise of all these different spectacles. And when he sees the halfling children sort of run around, he realizes that maybe this place is a place that halflings can stay in. And hobbits can stay in. So with his friend Joey by his side, a bit of delinquency kicks in. You know, with two friends out on an adventure together, it's a new exciting environment. And Bernie looks at the horse and its rider, who seem very much in sync. He watches that for a while, then shifts his attention to the bear, which isn't being handled too properly. And Bernie says to Joey, "Hey, look at that bear! That's so funny." And Bernie, he puts his hands together and shouts, "Put that bear away! What are you doing?" And, you know, trying to shout out and cause a bit of a fuss with the person there.
But this bear is the circus bear. My good man, noble hobbit, step down off your pony and throw a coin at the bear. I will make it laugh and dance just for you. You will see. He likes it, doesn't it? Klah! He does like it. Klah!
Okay. But Bernie sort of flinches as he sees the bear getting whipped, and he turns to Joey and says, "Hey, Joey, do you remember that time when we left a bullfrog in your friend's house? Everyone was so afraid. What if we did that with the bear? Set the bear free and see what happens."
You crazy? I mean, I want to go have a pint now. What do you care? Let's go get pissed. And what then? The bear, a bear is not a bullfrog, huh? He will scare them for real. He might even harm someone. What are you on about?
Well,
I mean,
you know that was just a joke. I wouldn't really do that, unless you wanted to as well.
you see truly that Joy is still enthusiastic. Just there's something in him. He's not as enthusiastic as he was when he was trying to motivate you to come with him. Something is in his the back of his head, and he's like, as if he was preparing for something. And he seems sort of like enjoying the show, but he's not really like dragged by anything in particular. Even although there is one man, a tall, bald guy with big mustache, And he goes, Dwarven receive traditional booze from the Dwarven lands. Enjoy and take the kick right in the belly where you deserve it. Have some booze. 10 pieces a bottle. 10 pieces a bottle. And he goes like, yeah, come on, let's go. Let's have a bottle each. And then we go to the prancing pony where we're supposed to meet Hamfast. Right? A quick one. Sure it's gonna do no harm.
Yeah. Hey, let's pretend to be dwarves. I think we can get away with it.
I'm sure we can, yeah. Okay, we need to make a weird voice, yeah? Yeah, and laugh loud. Okay, you go. I'll follow your example. Show me how that's done.
Boney will take his bag, slide it under his shirt, and then put his shirt over it to make it look like he has a round belly. And then he's going to go up into the line of dwarves, and he's going to bump his shoulder into one of them and says, having a good night. And he's going to nod his head and just attempt to stay in the group, trying to get to the bottle.
Oh, my daddy. But you know that you have this hairy dwarf, big beard, kind of ill-maintained, not really, how do you call? What's the name? Well, it doesn't matter, English. And the dwarf, a big, a fatty one, a fat dwarf. And he goes like, hey, my laddie, this is not for kiddos, over here, eh? You gotta be careful with what you want to drink, eh? The milk is over there, eh?
Oh, I've had my fair share of milk. I want that stuff.
Yeah, but it's for the you need a beard, eh? To cover this thing, eh? This is warm and strong, eh? And then you have one on that was fighting, and waiting for his turn to get a bottle of booze. Received from the Blue Mountains, the real booze of the Blue Mountains. Have a shot. And one of the dwarfs is taking a taster, and he goes like, "Well, you're gonna be kidding me! But this is not the real stuff. This is a scam. This is a scam." And then the company of 6 dwarves are like, "What is going on? This is impossible. No, I want this." And they're all having a taster, and they're like, and they throw the bottle, and they're angry at the man, and they start an argument with him. And they bump at you. You're in the middle of, sort of like. It's becoming a bit serious, and suddenly you have 4 guys, tall, wiry, but kind of like tense, and they come in like, just like, you're on our turf here. Just get the fuck out, Oh, sorry, it's Tolkien. Get the bloody away, Leave now, leave. This booze is whatever it is. We don't want any stories, And he kicks the dwarves. They just get rid of the dwarves, They just show half a dagger. Get the hell out now. And the dwarves, they just leave. You two, young dwarf, what do you want? There's no booze for kiddos like you, even dwarves. Grow a beard, come back.
Boney sort of looks around, sees the dwarves have gone, and he's just standing there with his belly, and he says, "You're not having the rest of that, have you? Could I keep that bottle? Since the dwarves have left."
Hey, kiddo, but you're gonna be kidding! This isn't for free. This is a 10 per bottle. Here you go. Have it coming. One more.
I seem to be the only customer you have tonight. How about you? How about I pay 2 gold, 2 coins.
Go to hell, allez. Deal. Up, you strike the deal. You take your 2 bottles a piece, 1 coin each, and you're sorted. Do you taste the booze?
Yeah, I hand 1 bottle to Joey, and then I try to taste it.
It's the worst. It's the worst thing you've had in your life. It's poutine, poutine, homemade vodka from bad barley or whatever. You see it in the as you take a sip, and you're like, you see that he has actually a how do you call this distillery little installation inside his cart, and he must be doing that himself, but surely not according to traditional Blue Mountain spirit recipe. This is what it is. It kicks like hell, and in one sip, like you because you at the end of this journey, you've traveled for 3 days. Oh, suddenly you're in Wonderland. Like, what is going on? There's music. There is, menageries, birds, exotic snakes, incense. The doors of the city. I think now I'm like in I see Pinocchio. These doors, the gates of the south gates of Bree are open. You see children, hobbits running back to their, this is where you're born, you're back, here I come, I think there's something, this shot of booze just hit a chord, and made you, yeah.
Yeah, Bunny he's a bit conflicted whether to keep drinking as he's sort of taken away. And he looks over to Joey and says, Joey, how are you feeling? You haven't finished your bottle yet.
I'm feeling amazing. This stuff is awful. And he goes in a laughter. This is peace. Start to drink, and he goes in, in the middle of the crowd. The throng is there. It's not like a massive throng, but it's just it's saying hello. He starts to do the Hobbit. How you've watched the movie, so you know how they do. Like yeah, and it seems all fine. You don't feel those thugs are not far. The guards are not far either. The guards didn't intervene much. Actually, you had a look at that, Aerandir. You saw this altercation. Yes, the guards kept their distance from the thugs. As long as this is happening out of town, they don't want to make a big fuss out of every little nitty-gritty, thing happening there. Told they're foreigners, whatever, wherever they're coming from. Now you hear the word Tharbad. That they came from Tharbad. And Joy at some point he goes like, he breaks his bottle. Okay, now I'm ready to go to the pub. Let's hit it.
We can either go to the pub or we can go see the bear.
Don't care about the bear. I'm going to Hamfast. He's going to introduce me to Gandalf. I'm going to be an adventurer now. He walks straight towards the main doors, the main gates.
Okay, I will follow him and like quickly trying to take one more sip of the bottle and then like not able to do it. So I'm just gonna stand at the door, placing my hand on the doorway, taking a couple of breaths, and then I'm gonna throw the bottle and then walk straight in, just trying to stand up and act a bit alright and sober.
The two of you, Aerandir and Bernie, arrive at the front gates. The guards are standing there, making sure that no one comes in unnoticed. And you don't. These guys, they know their job. Yeah, they don't need a ledger. They don't need IDs. They know everyone. They know their job, and surely they stop you, the both of you. You, the tall. Oh, you again. What's it? How's it going? We don't want any trouble, you know that.
No trouble. Just one night at the Prancing Pony. I'll be gone tomorrow.
Sure. Understood.
He leans in just a tiny bit, and he looks at the guy and he says, Any other strangers in the last few days?
Are you kidding me? Look at that.
I don't mean that.
I have a headache right now. Can't think.
He gives him a nod anyway. And he steps through the gates. And, he already knows the way to the pony. So, he steps through and he starts trudging off towards the pony.
Hey, Hobbit. Where do you think you're headed? This town is close to strangers. Never seen you around. What's with you? What business do you have here?
Bernie is going to look up at this man, and he feels a bit intimidated as he says, I'm here to see my parents. Yes, they're in Bree, and I'm here on a family reunion. And Bernie will nod his head a few times without realizing it. And this is my best friend here, Joey. Joey, tell him where we're from. Think you're on mute?
Guys, you see Joey's eyes goes like, we're from the Shire. We come in peace. The guards goes, oh yeah. I can't anymore. Who are your parents here? I thought, Varun, I thought your parents can be named Ben and Margot.
Sounds good.
Who are your
that
parents?
sounds good.
Who are your
Ben
parents?
and Margot.
Paddlefoot? No way. You're the little Paddlefoot?
Yes, but who's asking?
Jackie! Don't recognize me? Wait, Bernard? Bernard? Yes! That must be you. Come to see your parents. That's so cute. Come on. Allez, up you go. And mind your friend, huh? Or no funny stories, huh? It's not the Shire here, huh?
Wait, Jackie? Who are you? I never seen you before.
But I'm the husband of the what do you call those something wife, the woman that helped to give birth.
The midwife.
Midwife, yeah. I'm your bloody midwife's husband. My wife gave birth to you. Kiddo. My God. Allez, just get out. Go on with your business. Say hello to Ben and Margot for me.
Hey, Jackie. Sorry. Hey, Joey. Look, it's Jackie. Do you remember Jackie? And
Joey is gone by the door. He follows Aerandir and goes, Sir, I looking for the prancing pony. I mean, I know where it is, but still looking for it. Sir, Mr. Sir, and he still tries to he pokes at Aerandir, but sir, can you hear me? Joby.
Sorry, it didn't come through.
Joy is behind you. He's poking at you. He's drunk, and he just said that, Sir, I'm sorry. Where's the prancing pony? I mean, I know where it is, but where is it? I've been there, but I know where it is, but man, everything. These booze.
Aerandir, he looks down at him, and he just sort of gives him a nod, and he just sort of goes, and sort of gives him a nod as in to say, look, follow me. And he looks from Joey then to Bernie, and you can kind of tell what's going on, and he looks down at Bernie and he says, if you're not familiar with this place, you need to be careful with your friend being the way he is.
oh, but he's the best hobbit I know. He can take on 10 trolls, and we're going to see dragon, if dragons are even real. I bet you've slain one. From the way you carry your sword and that look in your eyes, as Bunny's sort of looking directly upwards, and he's sort of swaying a bit side to side, just very slightly.
He smiles and he says, if you're looking for a dragon slayer, you'd need to travel to Dale. There's none around here. But I can see you're new to Bree. I'll keep at least one eye on you while you're here. But your friend needs to be careful. I'd worry less about trolls and more about cut purses and the like around here.
I see. My aunt's a sheriff. She's dealt with all kinds of these hobbits who cause mischief. Well, I'll keep an eye on them. Thank you, sir. Hey, come on, Joey. Let's go find Gandalf.
Gandalf?
Let's end the session on this. Awesome. Thank you.
That was really cool. Thank you.
Yeah, and good fun. Yeah,
I enjoyed. Thank you.
Nice. Nice first
I
session.
love Bernie as well. Bernie's a savage.
Yeah.